networks. Now, making the traditional telephone call, we know that's pretty obsolete, but what about bringing all those telecom services along with your data to what is described as the cloud? We'll tell you what it is. That's the goal of companies such as M5 Networks. And my next guest is Dan Hoffman. He is the chief executive of M5. Dan Hoffman was named one of the top 10 entrepreneurs by Crain's in 2010. Dan Hoffman, good to have you with us on Taking Stock.
Thanks, Pimm.
Before we find out about M5 Networks, tell me, what's a good definition of the cloud, as in cloud computing?
It's really moving the brains of computing out of your office and into a public infrastructure that's shared. So that brings costs down, and it makes it easy to access that software from everywhere, not just from within the office.
So the idea is that whatever piece of software you are using lives somewhere else, as in the cloud, and you get to access it either from your desktop, your laptop, or indeed nowadays from a mobile device.
Exactly. So in my world, the Bell company used to make businesses buy this phone system and stick it in their office. Very expensive and fine to connect phones to phone lines and people in an office. But people don't go to work in offices as much anymore. They're on the road, they're working from home, they're connected globally. So that whole model of having the technology in the office breaks down, and you want it in a high-end data center the way you'd have a website, so that you can access it all the time from anywhere, whether or not you're in the office.
All right, so now bring in M5 Networks and explain exactly how you provide some of these services to major corporations.
Sure, so we're reinventing the way those phones work in offices. So you still have a phone on your desk, but you can also have your mobile phone connected in, transferred seamlessly like you're in the next cubicle, and the whole company works together. And what we've seen is, in today's world, you rarely meet your customers face-to-face, you rarely meet your colleagues even face-to-face, and so managing those communications from a central place, having a company that can manage those communications for you and make all this new technology really easy to run, easy to absorb, is the core of what M5 does for our clients.
So you don't necessarily have to have a telecommunications expert on your own payroll. You pick up the phone and call M5.
That's right. IT departments are crushed today, and the best way to get out of a ditch is not to keep digging. So they know they want to move these services out to other companies and focus on more strategic, higher value apps. We take all of those telecommunications applications away from them and do a better job running than they think they could do themselves.
So what kinds of companies? Because I know you also do some nonprofit work. You also got corporations.
Our clients are anyone that relies on phones to compete on service. So it ranges from upstarts like Foursquare to established brands like Ford Modeling, all over the map. There are a couple thousand of them now, I think about 1,750 different brands.
All right, we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for sharing what's going on in the world of cloud computing and how it really connects with something we all know about, which is the telephone.
Terrific.
Dan Hoffman from M5 Networks. Thank you.